Oh, line. Stop.
Kelvin Ariol in the CX Racing FCRX7. Ooh, Kelvin. It's exploding that front bumper. As it says on his windshield, dang. Uh-oh.
Back in the garage today. I'm going to the track on Saturday. So decided to put back on my oil cooler. So I have my oil cooler lines here. Gonna redo this line and this line. Got my oil cooler right here. Got my sandwich plate and my Accusump right here. I really hate dealing with these lines, but we gotta deal with it. So let's go make some lines. I'm gonna lay out the fittings here just to see where I need to be. Let's say right around there. Decent cut. Okay, so I put a little more tape on the ends, right? Just because that material is kind of puffing out. There's two types here. We'll figure it out. One you just push in, the other has like little ribs. It's a different kit from Amazon. I'm more or less gonna bottom this one out. And that bottoms out pretty easy. After putting that tape, it slides right on. Alright, so a little bit of oil here. Theoretically, you should just slide this on here and start tightening. Okay, I'm putting a little bit of tape here so I can chuck this up in the vise. Then I'm gonna put a rag around it to make myself feel better. Should probably put tape around this side, but whatever. A little bit of marring. This is why I don't work on other people's cars. Okay, same thing with the other side. Pretty much same thing. Okay, I didn't mess it up too much. Sure, what's nice about these ends is they swivel, so it's easier to clock. About 1 inch shorter, but I can work with that. There we go, we got this hose and we got this hose. All right. Okay, so I may have come into some issues. Yeah, no, I came into some issues with this oil filter housing. So, remember that cool oil pan I made? It's not letting this sit against it. Also, I don't have space for an oil filter, but that was always a problem. Starting to cut into this channel. Just gonna deburr it, see if it fits. Paper clearance here, but it does fit. Okay, so I'm just gonna route the lines, figure out the plumbing, and mount the oil cooler. Okay, now that we got the wheel off, I made this hole and this hole here. That's supposed to line up with this hole and this hole. Correction, I'm gonna pre-charge this with 40 psi. Okay, so whenever the oil pressure drops less than 40 psi, this Accusump is gonna force motor oil into the engine. Let's see if this still fits in here, because I added this coolant run. Let's go ahead and tighten these. Okay, that's nice and snug. That's not going anywhere. Good job. Drop the oil cooler. Okay, so pretty much got everything plumbed up. Just need to wire that actuator switch, which there's plugs already there previously. We're back to the issue where there's no room to put an oil filter. Let's brainstorm for a bit. Let's see if I have enough space. I loosened the tension rod brackets. I took off the sway bar and links. Perfect. Just had to drop this whole thing. Look at that. Let's see if we can build oil pressure. Okay, so reading oil pressure off the Accusump, I'm gonna say my gauge cluster is not accurate. Okay, so I think it works. So I got the oil cooler on here. Little bracket, little bushing, isolator, one at the bottom, pretty solid. Got my lines put in, routed, no leaks. Got the oil filter here with paper clearance away from the tension rod bracket. I don't foresee any troubles this weekend. We got oil pressure. You guys know Bob, just make sure to follow him on
Race FF Pod.
Race FF, and I'll put a picture of the cool stickers he has right here. And then this oil cooler wasn't getting hot. I don't know if these lines are on right. I don't know if there's a bypass or what. Maybe I was starving my engine for oil right now.
But you had oil pressure.
I don't know where that reads though.
Alright,
I'm just gonna start it up and kill it, and you tell me which way the oil comes out, okay?
Alright.
Is it coming out of the line or is it coming out of the sandwich plate?
Alright guys.
Because it's either one or the other.
We gotta help Calvin out. Figure out which one it is. Oh, line!
Fuck. I forgot to disconnect the Accusump.
Like and subscribe.
Let's look at this big mess of oil. Okay, I disconnected the Accusump.
Stop. It's coming from the
Sandwich plate?
sandwich plate.
Okay, so I got them backwards.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Okay. Oh fuck, there's like a bunch of oil. Even more! Okay, fuck.
Like and subscribe.
Okay, so I'm gonna swap the lines, start it up, roll it out of the garage, and then clean up this mess. Okay, let's try that again, maybe? Right away, the oil cooler is hot. I had the lines on backwards. Okay, so I just pressure washed the engine bay just because there was a bunch of oil everywhere. And then I used a lot of Kigu litter, soaked up all the oil on the floor. You okay?
Yeah.